I have to do a live with my.
Text might show up
Whoops.
sideways.
Technical difficulties right off the bat. The mount broke for the camera. Great. Let's see what I can do here. I don't know. I think it's broken. Dang it.
How did you break it? The snap?
It snapped off. Technical difficulties at the shack. This broke off of here. And I don't think it's repairable. Here, hold the camera.
Duct tape is a suggestion.
Good old duct tape. Yeah, see, it's, well, this thing's got like a hex head that I've already kind of screwed up. There's a hex head here. Just trying to see if I could just push it back in there, kind of, sort of make it work. I got an idea. I'll be right back. Inga's gonna have to keep you guys company. I'm gonna zip tie. One zip tie. I'll tell you what. That's life up here, man. It's always something. Always something going on. That's why I give it up to Mike. Mike used to always tell me there's always something, man. You want to live up here in the mountains? Well, it's going to always be something. He wasn't wrong. Maybe this way? To update my Amazon cart now. New cheapo bracket. Maybe I should get a more expensive one.
Probably.
Yeah. Look at that. Will it work? I think it'll work enough.
What up, Yuba City?
I think we got it. Super janky, but let's see if it works. If we go this way, because I have to do the stupid aspect ratio, this upright. Oh, look at that. Kinda. There we go.
I mean, it'll hold.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
When you go live.
It's gonna have to be a little sideways, I guess.
Okay. Dutch tilt.
There we go. Tighten that bad boy. All right. Sister G, hello. Hey guys, Duff, Nathan, Shane, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. We are just hanging out. Thought we'd do a live stream, kind of update everybody on what's going on up here. It's not really mining. Well, to a lot of people, it's mining season. A lot of people are out detecting. For us, it's kind of more do stuff around the property season. It's cooler. Not a lot of heat to work in. You're a lot cooler, so get more stuff done. I've been digging a ditch over here. Yeah, that ditch, I dug it last year, but it gets full of stuff every year, and it was all the way full. I had to dig it out, throw loads over the hillside. So my drainage works. The place doesn't get flooded out in the road, wash away. My dude. What's up, Kenny? Yeah, so I haven't really done one of these in a long time. It's been quite a while. So I thought I'd jump on here, just hanging out. I wanted to actually see if it would work because I have really funky internet up here. It barely works. It works just enough to use the cameras, maybe a little bit of streaming once in a while with like Netflix and stuff like that. But it always gives us problems. It's really slow. It's cellular based. but it works for the cameras, and that's all we really needed it for. So use it with our phones, make calls in and out. That's about it. Like I said, you barely stream video. It was cool seeing Mountain Mike. Yeah, it was. Talk to Mountain Mike every now and then. He's doing good. He still lives up here, still mining. Just been busy going through projects at his place. He was expanding his cabin out, put a whole west wing of the cabin. So he's been busy with that and kids. He had another kid. What's up, Otis? Thanks for stopping by, man. Just hanging out. It's nice up here. Weather has been awesome. It's nice and cool, but it's not too cold, not too hot. It's like 72 basically all day. Gets around upper 50s, mid 50s at night. It's been really nice up here. Just kind of enjoying the fall. The leaves are changing. Different every year you come up here and you kind of like look around, and the seasons are very well pronounced in this little spot on this hillside. So we got all the oak and I don't know, the mixture of different trees. It's kind of, you could see a lot change, all the different leaves fall. You could see during the fall, you could see across the canyon, you could see very clear the other side, but the rest of the year you can't even see out that way. So it's kind of neat, watching everything change. Then you got to deal with all the water during the wintertime, and that's kind of what we've been doing up here this trip, is just preparing for the winter. There's this hillside gets a lot of water, and the road, kind of show you, the road is just like comes down this hillside for about a mile, and it just goes straight. It never really does much, kind of turns and just follows the ridge, but it, by the time it gets all the way down here, it's about a river. There's a lot of water flowing in this ditch, and this last year the road was starting to wash out in places, so had a guy come in here and we slanted the road and graded it and brought back the slant into this ditch so that the drainage would work properly, and that way the road wouldn't wash away. So spent a lot of money and time dealing with that. But down here, he said I was going to need some kind of a drainage or something because the water has nowhere to go right here. This is kind of, it's just going to flood all of this basically and start washing away the road here. So I dug in this ditch, and there's a pipe underneath there. I think it's about 10 inches, corrugated pipe that goes under the ground all the way down there and drains way down there at the end. So got to keep it clean though. Every year, leaves and debris from the summertime, just that's what it was. It was fine when I left up here like a month ago, and I came back after a couple of rains, and the thing was just full of debris and mud. Drain wasn't even really working well at all. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Oh, and then with Gus too. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen, but did a little bit of landscaping, I guess you could call it, mountain landscaping. We brought in some rocks and made Gus a little bit cooler looking just in there. It was all weeds and hillside right there. So yeah, just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Figured why not, since I'm working right there. Oh. Rusty, what's up? It's been a while. I'm sure there's like people that still have admin privileges in here. It's been so long since I've done a live stream. It's probably been at least 3, maybe 4 years. So I'm a little bit rusty. Try not to keep you guys. Try to be entertaining to some degree. It's hard to do. I'm kind of a quiet guy for the most part, but we figured we'd come in here, and if anybody had any questions or just kind of shoot the breeze, Thanks for all the upload recently, Jerry. Yeah, so this year we hit it hard. So basically, I got this place in 2023, and in 2023 I was kind of just setting up shop for the first, I think it was October, end of October 2023. I got the land, and then just kind of getting it just usable, basically. Cutting it, this spot was all overgrown. We had to cut all these trees out of here. Did quite a bit with that. Just to get the little tiny house down here was another project. It's just a lot of projects, getting it a little bit more comfortable each time. So that's basically all of 2020. Well, that was the end of 23. So beginning of 24 was mostly that. I'd say by the mid last year, we were pretty comfortable up here. We got it pretty figured out and dialed in, and so we finally could go out there and start doing some mining. And we did pretty good this year. I would say nothing crazy. I mean, we're working with our hands, but in all, I think we probably pulled somewhere around 2 ounces out with our hands, and I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 trips. So really successful digging. That's a pretty good dig for only getting out about 7 times. So had some really good days, some 8 to 14 gram days, like here and there. Got it all on video. Got some really cool videos coming out. Stay tuned for that because I'm trying to do a video a week again. I've been really on top of it too, spending my nights and weekends working on these videos. Yeah, just pumping out videos is what I want to do now that I have a place to come to, a place that's comfortable enough to work from, and there's good gold. So it all kind of is coming together in that way. So the content should be more. There should be more content for sure. You think so?
Probably.
Well, yeah. There's at least this year. I probably got enough videos to do every week for maybe the next 2 months. So that'll be that'll be cool. All of this season basically, I've been saving to do now to edit and release towards the wintertime. It seems like my videos have always done better in the wintertime. I think people are kind of sheltering up, getting comfortable and watching more videos and just a different kind of mindset. Sit and watch more of the video. And so it seems like the videos do better around like Thanksgiving, Christmas time. So I've been for years kind of, if you noticed going back, I kind of, my spurts of putting out videos are always around that time. What's in the work for 2006? Um, yeah, we actually were talking about, I want to do a little garden up here. It sounds crazy, but also mining, of course, but little side missions, just to see how it would do because we brought in some plants and I got this little solar powered watering system that's I've been playing with and it actually works pretty good. It's like a little solar powered all in one drip system. And I want to, if I could keep the animals away from it, just try to do a couple of little raised beds on some wheels that I can move around up here. Um, See how it does, cover it up, some chicken wire, stuff like that. The animals kind of leave this place alone because I got a lot going on here. Even when I'm not here, there's all kinds of cameras coming on, going on, lights, motion sensor lights. Gus, he's got a motion sensor voice box, so we got a camera set up next to him, and we were just watching the videos of the animals. It's pretty funny. He scares the crap out of some of the deer and the bear. This big old bear was just creeping through, and all of a sudden Gus yelled at him and he just jumped up and headed down the mountain and it sounded like a cartoon. It was like something tumbling down the mountain for like forever, and hopefully that bear's okay because it's pretty steep right there. It just sounded like the mountain was crashing for a while. Um, yeah, so just all these different little projects we were doing, kind of side missions is one of the things on top of prospecting while we're up here. Got to get her more involved. She likes coming out here, but might hear a voiceover or two from her once in a while, or a little bit more than filming and hanging out. Got to get her more involved. That's probably another goal for 26. So Jerry, I got a question for you. In all your recent videos, always noticed you're on the inside bend. Have you ever? Yeah. So we did go to the other side, and the other side of where we're at in those videos is not good at all. There's almost nowhere for any gravel to catch, so there's like literally almost no gravel or any little crack that you do find. There's nothing in it. It's just clean. So that's that side. Not to say if you like brought a detector over there or something, started detecting, there might be something there, but there's just not even really any material to work. But we have sampled over there and just nothing, not barely any, almost no color or anything like that. So we've always stayed to this inside bend because it's just an inside bend. There's gold there. But what we found is as we work our way upriver, things start changing, and the other side of the river is better. It's the better side, but there's a few reasons for that you'll see in the videos, different like land attributes and things like that kind of make it what it is. But it's definitely a cool deposit little area that we're working. It's something different, something that you don't see a lot of in a lot of videos. It's just kind of that spot's really interesting with the smooth bedrock. A lot of people, even I, it's not the good prospecting gold getting bedrock, that's for sure. It's very discouraging. There's almost no cracks, and if they are, they're not in the right spot, or there's nothing in them, or it's very far and few between. But um, if you find something that's right, it has the potential to be good, and that's what we found here. It's just they're harder to find. The spots where the gold's fallen out, definitely harder to find, but it's better if you do find a good spot. It's almost, it doesn't have anywhere else to go. It's concentrated. There's really nowhere for it to get caught in that river channel for a while. So where it does catch up, it's rich there. The new gold monster, I've definitely thought about buying that. I watched a video of it before we came up here, doing some comparison. I wasn't quite sold on what I seen yet, but I only watched one video so far. But that was kind of maybe going to be my next detector, was the 2000, just to see, so I might watch some more videos on that before I pull the trigger. Sorry, it's hard to read the camera. We're using the cell phone. I'm trying to get everybody in here, but it's hard to read all the comments. Looks like it could be so good. It does. Yeah, it has. I found a really neat, well, I would say Cody found it. So basically we end up going back to where Cody was in the last video that I posted. If you haven't seen it, he did really well, and we just worked that. There's a spot in the river right there. It was literally one crack, but it went really far up into the bedrock, and then it went down to the bottom of the river, and he hit it pretty hard. But I mean, we worked the crap out of that. We just kept going in both directions, and it just kept going and kept spitting up gold, and every which way we would hit it with some different technique. It's just very unique. It's like you can't see down in the crack. You kind of got to like go. It's like almost up and underneath, and then the crack runs way down in there at a weird angle. So we were kind of using flashlights at one point too, doing that. But it's so deep also that you're trying to, the gold's in there, and you're trying to scrape it down into this one point and then work it down there. And you would use a different tool, maybe a different digging tool, and all of a sudden more would come out. Or towards the end, we were using the gold sucker and getting some out that way. Then we started blowing water into it really hard, like high pressure, and it would start blowing gold and stuff over here, coming out in different spots. And it was pretty trippy. And there was a couple other deposits too that were similar. Two of them that were really good, like similar to that, but they're few and far in between, from where we worked all the way up to where it wasn't very good anymore. So I'm assuming we're like pretty much onto this one little spot in the river that's done pretty good. But I'm hoping we got everything. I'm hoping that we're the ones, and no one is going to try to come back and do something to it, because there was some good gold in that. But I will say, I feel like it's a spot that if there's a flow, like a really good flow, it's like a perfect riffle in a sluice box on the river, and it'll fill up again for sure. And we didn't mess it up or anything like that. Missing all the gold of the peepers with the detectors miss. When's the next Mountain Mike collab? I'm not sure. I'm trying to get Mike to come out. He was doing some stuff with a partner, and they kind of had their thing going on. He should make videos. I've always told him he needs to make videos of his own. His channel would do really well. He's got that personality. Right on, Scott. Looks good. Where in California are you? We are in the Mother Lode region. That's where No Tell'em Creek is where we're at. Yeah, that's about as detailed as I'm going to go. for a get together group outing. We're gonna. I want to talk to you, Otis, and see if Damon you're up in Oregon, aren't you, Otis? I know the Oregon guys. I want to try to do a meetup soon, and so maybe I need to talk to you about it and see if Damon's coming down. If you want to come down, we could get together and do a dig. I was thinking about that. I know I missed the last dig. I missed the Yuba Nugget hunt because that video where we found that crack was like the day before the nugget hunt, and then I just couldn't leave it alone. I had to go back and work it, so that's what we did. But I wish that I was able to make it to the nugget hunt. Definitely, probably should have gone. If I would have known what I know now, I could have gone down there and hit it later, something like that. But brother, green or gold? Gold for sure. Heavy pans. Heavy pans, man. Oh man, yeah, we're worried about the daylight because it's actually getting pretty dark up here. It still looks decent on camera. It's getting pretty dark. Lights are gonna start coming on. Happy Halloween. Yeah, right on. Forgetting that tomorrow's Halloween. You guys dressing up? That's what I need to get is the prospector costume.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to be Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. But, that's the only one I could think of because of the beard. The beard, Halloween, the beard kills all the costumes. So unless you cut the beard off, you're kind of limited. But do the prospector. Good afternoon, Joseph. Mel, what are your thoughts on Donald Trump's heart attack? Oh crap, I haven't even heard anything about that. I've been up here working. I have not heard about that, Mel. I'll have to look into that. Hmm. Bigfoot. We have Bigfoot's little mountain buddies. We have a couple of ringtail cats that are always hanging out with us. We were feeding them last night. They keep coming up to the steps and making noise because they want us to feed them. And they'll hang out right there, and you could just put food out, and they'll kind of like shy away for a minute and come back and grab it. It's pretty cool.
They're all about the cookies.
All about the cookies. They're very picky. And crackers, like certain things they won't take, like that you would think they would. Pieces of bread, different kinds of bread. Like they're very picky. Yeah, a lot of beautiful country up this way for sure. Yeah, I had looked for a while before I got this place because I really wanted somewhere close to the river, and that's hard to get. It's really hard to get. Located in the Mother Lode region. I had said that a minute ago. That's about as specific as I'm going to go. There's enough prospectors up here. Northern California, though, like the northern end of the Mother Lode. I'll say that much. Not the southern end, not necessarily the middle, up north. Guys, plotting Modoc, that's way up there. A lot of people have those lots in Modoc, I think. There was that one spot, I forget what it's called, something Pines maybe. You could buy a plot for like nothing. Especially, I mean, for years they were selling those plots. By Modoc, have a plot. Jacobson, Johnson, Jacob Johnson. Read it backwards. What's up, man? What's up, Damon? I'm doing good, man. How are you? We were just talking. I was telling Otis we need to get together. We need to have a group dig again. If you guys are, I know it's kind of the bad time of year for that, but if you want to get together, I'm down. And another thing too, towards the beginning of the year, if you want to do it, if you want to wait until wintertime's over, anytime, man. We need to get together. That day that you and I were supposed to get together, that would have been a good one. You missed out on that one. We found some good gold, or Cody found some good gold. The clubhouse pool. Let's land. Sounds cool, Robert. Right on, Damon. Appreciate it. You are definitely welcome up here. We need to get together soon. I want to get together with Todd too. It's been a while since I've seen Todd, JC. We saw Mountain Mike not that long, but just to say hi. We tried to go down to the river, and in true Mountain Mike fashion, he was in a place that was like too treacherous to where she didn't even want to go down.
So steep.
It was so steep, and I was like, "Come on!" And I could see what she was saying. It was pretty bad. So we just stopped by and said hi. Love to see Northern California. Heck yeah, it's a beautiful place up here. Yep, I'm driving down road, 12 hours driving, and I'm there. Yeah, let me know. I'll be around. Not or the next week I'm free, basically, if you wanted to do something. Or I don't know. I got to go up to Montana for a week and Oregon for a week for work coming up in a couple weeks, but I haven't been doing a whole lot of traveling. I've been doing little trips here and there, but nothing big. It's been a while. I used to do a lot of traveling, gone for weeks at a time. I still am once in a while, but not as much. What's up, TNT? Good to see you, man. Appreciate all the support. There's a few names in here that I see a lot. You guys have always been around. I appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't done any swinging in a while. I was thinking about that's the one thing that I might need to upgrade. I might need a new detector soon. I've been rocking that old White's TDI two-toe special. Need to maybe look into a mine lab. I was thinking about that 2000, but I've only watched one video and I wasn't very impressed. So I'll have to look at it a little bit more. Otherwise, it's either the Axiom or the MineLab 6000, more than likely. 7,000 paid off quick. You're on the right ground. I could see that being the case. But he's in Colorado. 2 years. The new 2000 is out, or Axiom. Yep. A lot of people are swearing by that Axiom now. Getting the 2000. Not at the moment, but soon. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Damon. I was kind of looking at that and was like, well, that one's. I actually really like Mountain Mike has just the 1000, and we put it in some spots, and I was really not even trying to really find gold with it, almost just playing with it and be like, oh, there's a target, haha, like oh, and started to find gold and in the right spot, especially on bedrock, like crevicing type stuff. That thing is just a little pinpointer. It works great. But then I've also seen a lot of people out there. There's a couple people that I follow that's like their main machine, and they're out digging dirt, just on the hillside, and they're doing well, pulling up little pieces and decent sized pieces, but just with the 1000. So yeah, and I have a gold bug too, and that's kind of similar in ways to one of those machines. Um, and I've been using it a little bit more than the TDI lately. Super light. You just kind of throw it around and use it like a pinpointer. Dredging, but he's got a hole in his waders. Can't have that. You need some good. Well, that's not if it's your waders, then you would be like what do they call it? Long arming, where you're not completely in the water. Still dredging, I guess. Amazing gold with the 1000. Yeah, see? Definitely is. I've seen it myself. Little tiny pickers and stuff you could get off of bedrock with that. And like they scream too. It's hard to miss. The gold bug is kind of similar in that way too, but it's just so noisy and just like hummy and everything else. And then you start thinking like targets aren't targets, and it's a little bit. It's just it's basically a sensitive, but almost too sensitive. A little too much. So that 1000 is just more like definite and still super sensitive. I like that. America. Is Todd in here? Did Todd come through? What's up, Todd? Got to get together one of these days. Do some metal detecting. Just talking about my new detector. You're the guy I should probably be asking about what detector I should get. Yep, there he is. He's still an admin too. What's up, Todd? I had to scroll up and find your text. Yeah, I've been watching those Todd's. I've been watching Todd's videos, and he's killing it with the 6000. So it's hard to not consider that one too. I haven't seen a lot of videos on that Axiom, but I've been about it. I guess I'm not really looking for them though either. But I heard that that's a good machine. How do you all do most of the cooking there? Good question. So in the very beginning, my dad brought up. This is before. No, it was the first trip that I brought the tiny house up, and it was just barren inside. There was just like a box with 2x4s with studs and not finished at all. He brought up this little stove. Still, I got it set up back there. You can see that's the stovepipe, and it's just you can kind of see it right there. Yeah, that's the little stove, and it's actually set up over there to use if we wanted to. I haven't used it yet, but I got it all ready to go. It's just a little wood burning stove, um, and he brought that up there or up here and made a little mount for it, kind of a funky little custom job just to hold it up higher off the ground. Wrote some stuff in it, you know, 2023, just so we had like something up here, which was pretty cool. Just a date of like the first time we were up here, basically, and we've left that up here just kind of well we used it a lot back then, and now we kind of just left it up here and not used it. What we actually cook on is this guy. um, I built this, and we got some dirty dishes in there. That right there is what we've been doing most of our cooking on. It's just a little insert 2 burner propane electric start, and we have AC power because I got a little inverter going, 48-volt battery system. So the water is on a pump. There's a little AC, just it's basically the same pump you'd have in an RV, but it's a AC version, and it's hooked up to some hoses on some tanks. We got almost 1,000 gallons of water up here, and that gets us through a year, basically, pretty good, pretty comfortably. Um, we don't use much water, just for cleaning, doing some dishes. We try not to even use we use a lot of paper and stuff, honestly, because we want to save time and water. Um, but yeah, that's what we do all our cooking on. Um, Batteries inside here, solar powered for the pump. It pumps all the water. Um, Inverter that is only on when we're here and making AC power. Otherwise, everything else, all the cameras, all of the Wi-Fi stuff is all on DC power, and it doesn't take very much power at all. Um, just to keep everything running while we're not here. So we have our cameras. Um, it's kind of far away. Jerry and Todd have put me on some of the best school I ever found. Heck yeah, man. We've had those good days when you're around, Damon. for whatever reason. Damon's another good luck charm when you're out prospecting. So, love the channel. Thank you, G man. Dan O, what's up, bro? LPBA. Right on, Otis. I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Get with Damon. Let's set something up. Let's all get together. Go down to the No Tell 'em Creek, too. One of those rivers. No Tell 'em Creek or No Tell 'em Creek South Fork or No Tell 'em Creek North Fork. What's up, Catfish? Todd is hanging out. Cool to see all these guys showing up. Yeah, I was, saying earlier, we need to get Inga. We got to get her more involved. Trying. She wants to be there. She's, don't think it's me. Like, come on, come out here in the wilderness with me. Like, I want to take you where you probably shouldn't be. Honestly, this is all her. She just wants to be here all the time. She wants to be on these adventures, and I can't argue that. So I'm sure I get a lot of weird comments like, "Why are you bringing? What is she doing out there? She's not a prospector." She's my girlfriend and she wants to be here. She could be here. Then it's kind of cool. It's cool that she wants to be out here actually doing this stuff and doesn't get frustrated with it. Just, it's hard. There's a lot of hiking, a lot of days that we're like beat up halfway through the day even before we even got to hike up out of here. And I don't think she's ever complained yet. Anybody that's been to this place too, I was gonna say Damon didn't come up here. Todd has been here. JC, I forget who was all with us that day. Bennett and Cody. First time up here. Those guys could tell you how wicked it is trying to get down to the river and back up. It is like in spots. I mean, it's bad. And that's in the videos, us driving the side by side down the hill. It just like, it makes me upset that it doesn't look that bad at all. Cause it's so, I mean, if you stop and try to like reverse up it or even like turn around and don't get like kind of a running start, like it'll just dig into the hill. It's has no traction because it's that steep. It's like it's a 4x4 mission in itself, just getting down to where we hike from. And then hiking down without the side-by-sides, even worse. It's just, I mean, I jokingly say it's like a 45-degree angle, but in places it's probably even more. There's even places where, I know Todd knows, it's like you're climbing up a ladder. It's like, that steep. So to get her down there as much as we have has been pretty cool. At Yarborough. It's good to see all these guys' names popping up. Been a long time since we've done a live stream. Yeah, I was just thinking that I gotta start dinner soon. I have to start getting the fire. It's funny because it looks so bright still, but it's so dark out here. Look at that's already coming on. So if the solar light's coming on, it's gotta be dark, but the camera makes it look way brighter than it is. I mean, it's not completely dark, it's like dusk. But yeah. Grilling dinner or I would chat more, guys. That's about what we're about to do too here soon, Todd. Got some burgers we're gonna make, and that guy right there. Get a fire going, get some coals, have some killer burgers. Probably not steeper than coming. Dude, there's spots where I would totally rather go to Pickers than coming out of here. It's bad. It's bad. It's like a one and done. You do it one time, you're like, I'm never going down there again. And we figured it out to make it a little bit more bearable. But I think there's good gold down there. I wonder why. Brad Dano gloves. All my LPBA guys in here. Love the videos you do. Found you recently. Right on, old guys. Appreciate that. Trying to, one thing that I've noticed is no one's really getting my notifications for new videos. Like the subscribers, had a lot of subscribers tell me that they had to resubscribe to the channel because they don't know why they weren't subscribed anymore. It's almost like YouTube unsubscribed them, or just not getting notifications. But I know when I do my analytics, there's about, I don't know how many, maybe 6% or like 3% of subscribers. It's like nothing. Like nobody's getting notified. So got to figure out what's going on with that. And maybe it's just me basically reminding people in the videos more. And I've been trying to do that, beginning, thank you for the view. And hopefully I earned your subscription. And hopefully people hit the subscribe button a little bit more. I need to do that. That's one thing I've never really done much of, is kind of, talk to the camera and say those things like everybody does in their videos. But yeah, I'm trying to do that a little bit more, and maybe it'll click into, oh yeah, I watch this all the time. I'm not even subscribed, because I know there's channels that I watch like that, like a lot of them. I'm not subscribed, but I get notifications all the time. So working on that definitely helps. But my videos, you know, I've been doing once a week now. I think this one will be my fourth in a row for this once in a week schedule, and I'm going to try to continue this, for like 2 more months. I'm putting out a video a week, so we'll see if I'm able to do that, which I'm pretty sure I will be. But you know, not sticking strictly to, it's not like I was doing a certain day. I think I was doing every Wednesday, but now I'm going to do, I think, every Saturday. So on Saturday there'll be a new video out, and my analytics tell me that Saturday is the best day for me to post, so I'm going to do that. Stuck on 49. I know I have more than that. Yeah, it does weird stuff. They definitely do. I had put out that video with Mountain Mike recently, and I had the whole intro. If you noticed, I had to cut out like the whole intro of that video. You got some song off of YouTube that said it was copyright free, did just like I always do, and somehow this song, it went through all the processing. They said it was checked. They had it for a week before it actually went live. And then it goes live, it's doing good for like a day or two, and then it gets a copyright strike on it. And the only thing I could do is delete like a huge section of the video and tried to make it make sense. So I tried my best, but weird stuff like that they've been doing a lot of. Make it hard on a lot of channels, in a lot of different ways. Getting views, getting subscribers. But I'm going to just keep trying, just like I always have. Not really here to everyone wants to get views. I actually don't want to get like a lot of views and be all like super like, hey, is that guy? Nah, I don't want any of that. I like our little group of prospector people, and as long as we could just all share videos and hang out and go gold prospecting and share it with each other, that's all I'm trying to do. But they definitely make it hard on certain prospectors in the beginning, especially, to get views. You know, you'll have to put out content for like years, usually, before you get picked up and starts moving. You make money with it too. which isn't that much at all, if anything. Oh, excuse me. Choking. Now it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Oh, music is a pain. Yeah, there's a certain like sound that I like, and there's not much of it on the internet or on YouTube that you could use that's copyright free. I used to like do it a different way, and I got burned too many times. And now you can almost trust nothing that's labeled as anything on YouTube. It's almost the only way that you could get music that's guaranteed not to get a copyright strike is getting it from the YouTube library. And they don't update. They might put maybe 7 or 8 songs a year of that genre on there to choose from, if that. Sometimes they go years without updating it. There's very little on there. Um, but I have tried other ways in the past, and all of a sudden something changes. The video was copyright free, and then they decide that they don't want that to be anymore. And legally, they could go and just start putting these copyright strikes out, like whenever they feel like it at that point, and just say, "Oh, I claim this music now." And so there's a lot of that going on too. Like videos that I had that were monetized for like years, all of a sudden there's like a copyright strike on it, like 3 years later for something that's been there the whole time. I've had weird stuff like that too. What's up, Oregon Gold Hunter? Thanks for stopping by. I think we got about another little more than 10 minutes. We'll do an hour on this live stream, and we got to get dinner going. It's starting to get dark. I don't know if the camera will work much longer. These lights around, maybe. A little better. Ooh. I can't even have any music in the background while I'm working on my truck in this barn. Yeah, I've seen that too. Even if you have music in the background, they'll flag it for that too. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate the support. How do you pick your places to look for the gold? Well, you really want to know that you're in an area that historically has gold is probably the first step. And then you start looking for maybe the easiest place that you can go in and get gold out by hand, because we're doing everything by hand. So if it was me, you look for the most obvious places, the rivers and streams, right? Those are the concentrated areas, or a known spot. Um, if there's nuggets being pulled in shallow ground, or coarse gold, detectable. It's really hard. It depends on what you're talking about, because if we're talking to know like specifics of that stuff, like what size gold was found in what circumstances on the ground and stuff like that, to know if it's worth going out there and swinging a detector. Um, or if you're hitting the rivers and streams, you get to where you can get to, because a lot of stuff's claimed and a lot of stuff's not open, and you got to figure that part out first. But once you find some ground that's either you have access to, and it's on a claim that's yours, or it's just free land that's open to everybody, um, if historically they've done well there, you'll probably find something if you're doing stuff right. If you're um, on bedrock, especially, just stick to bedrock. If you want to know if there's gold in an area, look for bedrock. Look for the bedrock and sample that first, or take a better look at the bedrock, kind of see what rocks are around it and on top of it, things like that. I'm no geologist. I don't really know much of what I would be talking about in that way, but I just kind of know what you see enough of the spots that gold has come from in the past. You start to look for that, I guess, is the best way I could describe it. It's hard to describe, but you'll start to see different things, especially rocks, different colored rocks. That's a big one that I didn't realize until recently. Gary used to talk about that a lot, like just the color of the rocks, the polish of the rocks, um, size of the rocks, things like that. And you got to look for ground. If you have a hillside and it doesn't look great, but you got some big old round river rocks sticking out of the side, well, there's probably a chance that you might be able to swing a detector and do good there, just on the size of the rocks. Yeah, everybody has, Todd. Everybody's had to deal with the almighty tube. In Texas, there's really not anything. Let you guys do your thing. Yeah, Texas is one of those states. There's just no. I mean, there probably has been occurrences of gold, but it's not like it is here. The state, we're lucky. California is pretty rich in some of the areas, and the whole Sierra Nevada. Like you go ride it all the way up into, even into Canada. That whole mountain stretch. There's gold in all of it. If you know, certain spots more, but Sierra Nevada is just pushed up and away, and it's just gold in all of it. Oh, my Cali Rose. Yeah, heck yeah, Dano. Prospector Josh. What's up, man? Hopefully you ain't over there eating any more mercury. There's no gold in California. Yeah, a lot of the gold we've been getting has mercury on it, and that's kind of a bummer, but um, learning that you could take care of it pretty easily. But that's one of the reasons I used to weigh all my gold in my videos, and I haven't been doing that. Um, it's because it's covered in mercury, and I don't want to mess with it. I just put it in a vial full of water and cap it off, make sure it can't breathe, keep it like that underwater. At least kind of helps. And then at the end of the year, um, burn it all off with nitric acid. Do it that way, and then use some copper, collect the mercury as much as you can. So I've been doing that, and been really careful about it. It's not something you don't want to do like small batches. That's the thing. You don't want to use the least amount of exposure with that stuff, the better. So I try to save up all the gold throughout the whole season, and then do one run at the end to get rid of all the mercury. Halloween. Happy Halloween. Tomorrow's Halloween. Inga's got her Halloween nails. You're not going to show them though. It's too dark. Yeah. She's up here doing her nails. I'm like, what are you doing? My nails? Halloween. Look. All right, I'm over here digging ditches and stuff. Just doing her nails.
I helped you move rocks.
Oh, she did. I can't complain. I mean, that's one. It's me joking around mostly, but she works hard. We moved a ton. I think it was literally a ton. Remember I said that yesterday? I think it was about a ton of material. With the side-by-side, we loaded river cobble from up above and brought it here for a little landscaping project to cover a big area. And I mean big cobble, like football-sized cobble mostly. And we did that. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if it'll show. But I showed it earlier in the video. Yeah, it's really hard to see, but Gus is over there, and there's some logs, put some logs around him, and there's river cobble that we stacked all around there. Planted a few things.
Can I get a
And
flashlight?
yeah, you can get a flashlight. Yeah, we'll go look at it. I was up here. I'll show you what I did on this trip. Because on this trip, does this work better? Yeah.
Working by lantern.
Yeah.
Like that.
On this trip, we had to come up here basically to charge up one of the cameras that we have, and this was all full. This ditch right here. This is my drainage. I know it's not perfect, but I did it all by hand. And this pipe I got it kind of in the middle there because stuff settles, and hopefully some of the stuff settles out before it starts to go in the pipe. And it works, but I just got to clean it out. I got to stay pretty vigilant about it. And this whole ditch goes all the way up, is what I worked on. And cleaning it out, digging it out, using the side-by-side like a little dump truck, fill up the back, dump it over the hill. But then we did this. I don't know, can you even see it? Oh yeah, you can see it. All this work with the rock and the logs, just kind of cleaned it up because this was all weeds around Gus. And so we grabbed all this rock, and she helped me grab all of it and loaded each one of those rocks by hand in the back of the side-by-side. And it was a lot of work, but it looks good. It looks cool. It's starting to just make it look a little bit more like our place instead of just completely woods. I'm trying not to make it look too fancy. This is mountain style. We could do mountain style. Yeah, I like it. Gus, what I was saying. So Gus was in a toy store. That's where where he came from. How cool is it that this old-timey prospector, been in a toy store its whole life, is now just like gonna retire up here on the side of a mountain over a river, in his natural environment. It's just this is like the ultimate retirement for Gus. So I'm pretty sure he appreciates it. But yeah, we were watching videos of him scaring animals earlier, and it was hilarious. He's got a voice box and he hollers at the animals. All right, almost getting to be that time. Almost hitting an hour. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I don't want to butcher this. Is Asakura Mining and Prospecting? Right on for dropping by. Kim, Dano, Todd. I think we're gonna be getting off in a minute and making some hamburgers. Probably too dark to see anything anyways. Thanks for coming by, Homestead. Appreciate the support. Keep an eye out for video on Saturday. New video on Saturday. Old guys and trucks. Oh, what is that?
Why is it yellow?
Oh, that's like I don't even know what those are called. It's like a super chat, I think. Super chat?
Yeah, super chat. Right?
Super chat. Right on, old guy. Old guys and trucks. Thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. You guys have a great channel. I hope you keep it up. We're going to try. We're definitely going to try to. Like I said, I'm going to be posting every week for the next 2 months. I have that much footage to where I have that much video to put out. And that's kind of going to be the scheme of things with this channel. You might not hear a lot certain times of the year because we'll be out prospecting, not really making videos, but we're recording them, we're filming them. And then come, the end of the season, into the wet and cold, you're hanging out inside. The wintertime, you'll start to see all the videos come out at once. And a little bit easier on us. We could actually focus on prospecting and, then in the wintertime when we're stuck inside, we could actually focus on editing and making videos. So it seems to be the better way to do it for me. Good to see you on, bro. Do it again soon. Right on, Todd. I appreciate it, bro. Miss you, man. I'm really glad you stopped by. All you guys. I love seeing all these names in here. Makes me really happy. Joe. Hit that like, everyone. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate that. Please hit that like. If you're not a subscriber and you're just watching, please hit that subscribe. We're going to be putting out more videos soon. And you'll definitely join us on the next adventure that way. Maybe hit the little bell notification thing too. I think that's what it is. I think we need to stress that part. Hit your notifications, guys. Appreciate it much. All right. Scott here, but love y'all. Right on. So, oh, you surf? Oh, you surf too? Oh, you surf too? Heck yeah. Appreciate it. It was fun, Jerry. Thanks, Catfish. Memories of a prospector. Howdy, man. We're just taking off. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, and we're just hitting 2 hours. 2 hours. We're just hitting an hour. It's been a super long night. Just hitting an hour. We're going to go make dinner. Again, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate all the support from all you guys. And keep an eye out for that next video. Hopefully you'll see this one getting more involved with the video. Ooh, I heard some ruckus on the hillside. Maybe there's a bear coming. Wouldn't be the first time. Bear just walk up on us out of nowhere. It's happened. Yeah, it's definitely something on the hillside. Oh boy. Fun times at the shack. All right, you guys. Everybody take care. Wish you well. And everybody, please hit that, hit that subscribe button. That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, I wish you all heavy pants. Thanks a lot, guys.